I was married to a lovely lady by the name of Jo, and we lived in the West Country of the UK when I set up Step 2 training. And Georgia was born exactly 16 years ago on the 6th of May. And Jo became very obsessed with Georgia. She was petrified something bad was going to happen to her, and she became completely focused on Georgia, which was amazing mother, but totally focused. I was running my business, so the two of us sort of tended to be passing ships in the night, and we were very good as a couple, engaging with people and being welcoming and that sort of thing. People came to see us on weekends, but there was no connection between us. Anyway, we obviously realized that we needed to go down the road of some form of counseling and that sort of thing, so we did, and we started to sort of reconnect again and make an extra effort to sort of fire up that spark again. And Tabitha came along, and Tabitha's turned 13 in March. We moved back to London in early 2009, with the mere fact of being closer to family and hoping that the family would help us, in other words, maybe babysit the girls, that she and I could sort of spend a bit more time reconnecting and that sort of thing. And unfortunately, the horse seemed to have bolted. And one of my friends said to me, "Philip, we just don't recognize your Vava Vom anymore. Where's the Philip Sykes that we know?" And we were just chatting about the way things were, and a lot of people had seen this sort of change in our relationship. Anyway, I went to Jo the one day and I said, "Look, I think we ought to maybe think about just having some time apart and giving it some thought." And she was just, I think, waiting for that opportunity to open the door, and I went out and it closed very quickly. And we ended up going down the road of separation and then getting divorced. And we did it all pretty amicably. But around that time of my life, I felt like I was staring into the abyss. I felt like I was staring into a deep, dark, black hole. It was around the time, as I mentioned to the three of you, I moved back to London. I was starting to work with my brothers. There's a lot of transition going on. And now this came along. And it's almost inevitable because we weren't firing as a couple. And I was keeping incredibly fit. I was running a lot and spending a lot of time sort of just trying to sort of get my mind right. And on one of my runs the one day, I was feeling incredibly sorry for myself. I was feeling very, very anxious and just very, very hollow and just, not great. And I was going for a long run, and there's a beautiful area just outside where we were living called Richmond Park, which is beautiful. It's huge, just on the outskirts of London. And I stopped and I just said to myself, "Philip, I want to stop feeling like this. I just want to stop. This is just the worst feeling in the world." And I then started to weigh up, and I said, what can I do to really understand of how I can shift my mind and shift my feelings and the way I perceive things right now. And that's where I literally started to weigh up what I had in my life rather than what I didn't have in my life. So all of a sudden I weighed up, I had two beautiful daughters, I had a roof over my head, I could work with my brothers, and I started to weigh up all these amazing things in my life. Whereas this side here, my relationship had gone down the toilet. And so there was like an aha moment for me. And I looked around and I found, I was actually stopped next to a little stream, and I found a little stone in that river. And I took that stone out, and I've had it since 2009, mid-2009. I call this my gratitude stone. It goes everywhere with me. And it's just a gentle little reminder of those moments when you are having that little dip. Remember just to elevate yourself to another level. And if I were in front of you right now, wherever I go in the world and I'm on a walking trip or beach holiday, I always try and find little stones. And I generally love to hand a little bag of stones around the class. So I will be posting you all a gratitude stone. When we post out your certificates, in there you will receive a gratitude stone. It's been a significant part of my life, and it continues to be so. Why am I sharing it with you? Because it really made me wake up and realize that when you have these moments of doubt or feeling really low or flat, there are ways that we can help ourselves and help other people by giving them the certain tools to elevate themselves and take themselves to another level.